Brenda Evans worked as a post office employee. She would typically visit her uncle and auntie, who lived in a bungalow half a mile away, while taking her dinner break and heading back to work. When she failed to show up for work, the mailman Samuel Roberts became concerned. Friends and neighbours assisted in the hunt for Brenda, and her 20-year-old boyfriend's mother discovered Brenda's lifeless body just 500 yards away in a field where her son, John Pritchard, was trimming hedges that afternoon. Another person who sparked suspicion was David Evans, who had 3 previous attacks in the 1970s. 6 months after his release from prison, he dragged a 15-year-old girl named Anna Humphreys into a car while she was going home from school in Penley, near Wrexham, in November 1988. She was sexually attacked, and when she fought off her attacker, she smashed the windscreen of her captor's car. Outraged by this, he strangled her and bound her throat with her torn pants. The bungalow, which is thought to be associated to Brenda Evans, has been abandoned for many years, with furniture still present. Many people have come to explore the ghostly activities around Brenda's murder. Who murdered her is the question on everyone's mind. Who was responsible for burying her body in the manhole? Was her boyfriend framed? Was David Evans, the sex attacker, involved in her murder? Some individuals believe that the crime was committed by Brenda's uncle. My inquiry into this investigation stems from my interest in both the paranormal and crime scene investigations. Will Brenda's spirit come forward and talk with me, possibly solving the mystery surrounding her murder? What will I be delving into, and is there more to her story than meets the eye? My son Davy and I travelled to Pulford in Chester to investigate what is said to be Brenda's uncle and auntie's bungalow. We conducted a spirit box session as well as a calling out session using the Zoom H1 recorder to see if we were able to obtain any answers surrounding Brenda's murder.
If you speak to me, I'll be able to hear you. Can you tell us who your killer was? Can I hear your voice? Who killed you? Brenda, are you here? Can you let us know?
David?
It said David.
Oh, that one.
I don't know, it just said David. Can you let us know?
David.
My camera suddenly stopped recording, but I had the Zoom H1 at hand, and a surname was mentioned from the spirit box. Could this be the sex attacker's name, David Evans, who murdered Anna Humphreys?
Something sounded like a wench. Hear that then? Wench. That was creepy. Hear it?
Yeah, I heard something over there.
I was armed with a Zoom H1 recorder when my camera suddenly malfunctioned, and what is heard from the SB7 spirit box is very interesting. Could this be Brenda Evans letting us know that it was David who murdered her, and is it her I am referring to? What do you think? Was he the one that murdered Brenda? Can you tell me with your voice? Yes or no?
Hi guys, so I've come back here tonight with my son and his partner because they are very interested in this bungalow and the story behind it, so I said I'll invite them along. So we are just going to do a little bit of investigation, just maybe listen out for some noises, some knocks, use some equipment. Last time me and my son was here we used the Zoom microphone. I think we caught a little bit of a whisper, but we couldn't quite listen to what it was saying. And then we did a little bit of spirit box. So we did have a good session with the spirit box. A particular name came through that we were quite interested in. So yeah, so hopefully tonight we'll get a bit more action. So let's do this. Right, so I'm going to try and communicate with Brenda now using the SB7 spirit box. Does this bungalow belong to Brenda? To Brenda's relatives? Said no. If that was spirit, could you repeat that answer? Did this bungalow belong to Brenda's relatives? Does anyone know who killed Brenda? Brenda Evans? Can you tell us his name? That said Brenda. There's a lot of radio interference there. Can you tell us the name of the killer, please? We came here the other night and a certain name came up. Can you say his name again? Was his name David Evans? Is that name familiar to you?
Absolutely stunned to hear a girl's voice telling us that she is here. Could this be Brenda?
Did you leave work to come here to see your relatives? I'm going to slow it down a bit. Brenda, did you come here
To be ready for that.
on your break from the post office? Or was there someone else you were seeing? Were you meeting your boyfriend? Was he responsible for your death? John Pritchard? That's a bit weird. Tell us who killed you. For justice, for you and other girls. He was never caught. And he was such a young girl. Your mother has lost a daughter. It's very sad.
That's what happened. I don't know.
So I've just checked in on the guys.
They just said, I'm here.
Okay. Who's here? Tell me your name. Give us a name, please.
Dumb
You're doing really well.
feelings.
Don't and feelings.
Okay. Can you give us a name of the person who killed Brenda Evans, please, in 1977?
Phil.
Phil.
Phil?
Is that ring a name?
No. Phil. Interesting, okay.
Anyone?
Who's Phil? Can you tell me that? Who is Phil?
Wales.
Wales?
Phil again.
Stay here,
Stay here,
please.
please.
Stay here, please.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. We are staying here for a little while. But we need to know more about you first.
More?
More?
Yeah, we need to know more about you.
Verse something.
Right, so someone's communicating with Freya, saying more? Yes, more please. Who murdered Brenda Evans?
Why?
Why?
Because we want to know. Well, we want to know who murdered her because he's never been found. And it's never been brought to justice.